All right, hello and welcome back to another different video. We've all seen the news. It's been out for a couple days now. Karl-Anthony Towns going to the New York Knicks. Obviously, there's a lot of impact that has just in terms of, what it means for the Knicks, what it means for the Timberwolves. And you guys have probably seen a lot of different takes on it because everyone has something to say. But I wanted to do a video talking about the human aspect of this trade. And the reason why I want to do this is because, I've done a lot of videos reacting to trades. I've done a lot of videos reacting to a lot of things and giving my analysis on a lot of things. But I've never done a video like this to where I've kind of dove in deeper on the human aspect level and kind of understanding what it means for him. If you're a fan of him or if you know him personally, this is the kind of video I want to do to really kind of get into that. So for those of you that don't know too much about Karl-Anthony Towns' career, he was drafted as the first overall pick for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And as you can see here, he's been there for a long time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 seasons. 9 seasons with the Timberwolves. He's been an all-star 4 times. When he was drafted to the Timberwolves, they were terrible. And I mean, really, really, really bad. He's been through a lot of bad teams with this team. But last year, the 2023-2024 season was the year they've had the best chance at doing something in the postseason. And going into this year, it's the most dangerous they've ever been. Getting traded when you've been with the team for 9 seasons obviously is going to impact you mentally. It's going to make you feel a type of way. And we're going to dive a little bit deep into what he's done for the community of Minnesota and what it meant to him to be a part of this team. Let's go straight here now. Karl-Anthony Towns, personal life. You can see in 2024, he received the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Social Justice Champion Award. The award announcement highlighted his work advocating for voting rights and specifically in support of Minnesota's state legislation that restored the right to vote to people who had been formerly incarcerated. So you already know, bro has loved the city of Minnesota. That's clearly what's going on here. Not only that, there's this post on Reddit. Cat at the National Sports Center right now in full Wolves gear. I'm gonna miss this guy. This is the day he was traded. Bro's clearly repping Minnesota. Not only that, Mike Conley on the trade. It hurts, but you understand why. He understands what Randall and DiVincenzo bring to the table. Mike Conley has spoken out, obviously because it's National Media Day. Not only that, Anthony Edwards. I think everyone knows Cat is my brother, so that really hurts. It's a business. Said he's ready to meet the new guys and roll with it. So you have guys like Anthony Edwards, who's the best player on that team, leader in Mike Conley. Obviously, they're going to be affected. No surprise there. Looking at the logistics of what it means for an NBA player to get traded, living arrangements are obviously the most common thing that everyone can think of. Players may need to live in a hotel for the remainder of the season, using their luxury rooms as storage units. Learning a new playbook. Players need to learn a new playbook and get to know their new teammates. Travel. The new team books travel for the player. Immigration's not a problem. School. The team makes inquiries about the player's children's school. Fortunately for Cat, he doesn't have kids, if I looked that up correctly. Equipment. The team packs the equipment for the player who is leaving. So yeah, this was a couple minutes before the announcement of the trade. ... Obviously, he was blindsided by it. There was even news out of his camp that he was stunned by the decision. But anyway, looking into this right here, you can kind of see just the more human aspect of it. We're going to read some quotes here. You get attached to a group of guys and all of a sudden they're gone in the blink of an eye. Some of those guys were with us in shoot around today. It's tough. You want that day to come and go. Families are involved, kids are involved, McMillian said. It's a tough situation where you have settled in a place and within 24 hours or so, you are packing up to go to a new place, a new address, and finish the season. Again, for Karl-Anthony Towns, it's to start the season, but he's not even in training camp for the Knicks just yet, so that's obviously going to be an adjustment. It's a business, it's a business, it's a business. Hawks guard DeJounte Murray repeated over and over to teammates in the locker room before tip-off. And obviously over the offseason, DeJounte Murray ended up getting traded to the Pelicans. The best way I can put it is when you yourself are invested in something for 9 years, it must hurt immensely to be moved to another area, not just to relocate, but to be a part of something else entirely. And the community loved Karl-Anthony Towns. You have to understand, when him getting drafted here changed everything. I say here, but I should say there. I'm not even a Minnesota fan. But him getting drafted there changed everything. If you go to Reddit Timberwolves, the top post, Karl-Anthony Towns appreciation thread. It's tough, man. It's tough just because you have so many fans who are uber invested into him. You have him being uber invested into the community. Top comment is, I'm sick to my stomach. His game 7s versus Denver was genuinely one of the best performances I've ever seen. Basketball side, Cat's just an awesome human being. This trade ruined my night, but I wish him the best and will support him for the rest of his career. Heart is broken. Favorite player and second best player in franchise history. If this is really happening, let me be the first to say thank you, Cat, and I hate this. He didn't even know about it by his ... tweet. And the comments just keep pouring on. Obviously, people are just being really, really sad about the whole thing. I mean, if you have a Karl-Anthony Towns jersey, you're probably like, oh, I'm good. Like, this guy's going to be here for a long time. And then out of nowhere, out of absolutely nowhere. And you can say our team's better from this, our team's worse from this. But I don't think anyone can disagree that Cat was loved by the Minnesota Timberwolves. And even on the flip side of it, Julius Randle, him coming to New York changed everything. He was the one that made them competitive. He had that all-star season. He was doing insane stuff. And now he's getting traded to Minnesota. Obviously with Dante DiVincenzo. It's just a lot. Again, on the human aspect. And the best way I can put it is you're devoted to some place for 9 years. And they break up with you with no warning, no arguments, no implosion as far as we know. That's tough. And again, he had an impact on the community because he won the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Social Justice Award for his work in the Minnesota community. You look at the top post of the week, everything's about Cat. Forever Wolf, honk if you love Cat forever. Rudy Gobert, keep writing your unique story, my brother. Grateful that I got to be a part of it. The trade itself, Towns camp is stunned. 9 years with the Wolves, impeccable in the community, all-star and all-NBA, now a New York Knick. One thing to be clear on tonight, Cat did not request this trade. He never has requested a move in 9 years here. You're talking about someone that just wants to be there. And that's how you go out. I can't even... obviously we think about the logistics of a player moving, but I don't think he has, family there. He might have an entourage. He might, his dad might be around him all the time. And that'll definitely affect their lives, of what they do on a day-to-day basis, their routine, kind of how they go about, being around him. It changes a lot for sure. And you go from Minnesota to New York, that is a massive change in scenery. For sure. New York, the biggest city in the world, or in the States at the very least. Might be in the world, but unreal. I mean, this photo alone, Cat being here, advocating for his city, Cat with his mom. More than anything, too. The thing is, more than anything how he feels about Minnesota. How much he loved Minnesota. More than anything how much he loved this place. And for those of you that have gone through heartbreak, right? Whether it's a girlfriend or whether you lost something, how much that hurts. Let alone for 9 years, bro. If you dated a girl, or if you're a girl watching this, if you dated a dude, or if let's just say you dated your partner, right? Because everyone's different. Let's say you dated your partner for 9 years and they just said peace out of the blue. You already know how much that hurts. And obviously this isn't, a partner in terms of a relationship. but it is a relationship nonetheless. You are invested to this team. You're invested to the people that you walk into the building with every day, to the people that you see at that building every day, the coaches, obviously the fans who are wearing your jersey, obviously the family that you have in your life. They love where you're at if you're happy, because if you're happy, that's all your family wants, is to see you stay wherever you are as long as you're happy. So for all the things, we can talk about in terms of how is he going to play with Jalen Brunson, I just want to take a moment to talk about, damn, bro, that is a lot to take in. That is life-changing type of shit. Obviously he's still going to get paid millions of dollars. He's still going to be in the NBA. He's still going to be elite. But my God, that is a whole change in the chapter. This is a whole new life story, right? Because if he starts and finishes his career in Minnesota like he wanted it to, that's what he wanted. And for those of you, again, the best way I can put it is when you're in a relationship. When you're in a relationship for 9 years, you think, you're going to marry that person. So when they leave, you're like, oh my God. You're not even thinking about being anywhere else. You're just thinking about, damn, why didn't they want me? Because obviously, on a personal level, Cat's like, I'm better than Julius Randle and Dante DiVincenzo. That's why the Knicks wanted me. But why would the Timberwolves want to do that? Why would the Timberwolves trade me? I'm better than those guys. And the Timberwolves are obviously publicly explaining, and they're saying, we're still competing this year. This is a championship year for us still. We're doing this from a competitive standpoint. We're not rebuilding anything. So obviously, if you're Cat and you're hearing that, you're like, bro, why don't you guys want me? After everything I did, why don't you want me? That's the thing that's mind-blowing as well, because you're an NBA player. You have all the confidence in the world. And you got traded not because you're a problem in the locker room. You got traded because the team believes that they're better off without you. So in his mind, he's got to be thinking, oh my God, really? You think those two are better than me? And I'm not saying the trade is better for the Knicks or the Timberwolves. That's not the point of this video. The point of this video is to kind of just talk about his mindset from all of this. You bet your ass he's at home thinking, wow, those two are better than me. No way. My relationship, this, again, the best way I can put it for us normal people who aren't millionaires, who aren't NBA players, is the girl you've been with for 9 years leaves you for a dude who is he? Who the hell is he? That's the best way I can put it for us. Again, more normal people. Because there's nothing normal about being an NBA player. You're obviously in the 1%. That has got to mess with you hard, especially with all the memories that you built here. Oh man, that is terrible. And the fans too. You the fans love Cat. As we just went through the subreddit. They love Cat. So this is Karl-Anthony Towns in 2021. I've been through everything. Death of a head coach, numerous front offices. I didn't have a chance to build any true relationships with anybody because there's always instability. Deframed by teammates, been a scapegoat for people. Things hasn't been easy. And this is when his mom passed away as well. You can watch this.
Being transparent, what happened last week, it just added to the list. It's just the same thing every single time. It's something that's always leads to instability. And I joked about it the day before that I was like, man, it's been a real quiet offseason for Minnesota. It's very different. Boom. Made sure they had one left in the hat. So really, I've been through almost, I could feel like everything. Like I don't feel like I've not seen something. I've been through everything. Been through death of a head coach who gave me this ability and this chance to play for Minnesota, and I'm forever grateful to the Saunders family, and I owe it my life in a way. I've been through numerous front offices. I've been through numerous regimes. While being blessed to have so many great teammates to play with. I've also didn't have a chance to really build any true relationships with anybody because always instability, always change. I mean, I've been through a lot. I mean, and just it's I think about it in my mind. I really been through everything you could think about. You know, from, like I said, front offices, coaches, players. COVID. That's just now. That's, you know, I've been everything from defamed by teammates, been a scapegoat for people, just COVID, my own personal life. I mean, shit hasn't been easy since I came here, but the only thing that's constant is me being a consummate professional in all of that. I'm not going to ever change my ways to fit an agenda or narratives that people have for me or they want me to be. I'm going to always continue to be me. And at the end of the day, I'm going to be a professional through everything. You know, a wise man, a cool man by the name of Drake, Bobby Graham. He said, a wise man once said nothing at all. And I've always
That's tough. You can definitely hear the emotion in his voice. And that was 2021 with all the shit that, you know, had been happening to him in his life. And I hope things work out for Karl in New York. No, he's always been a Knicks fan. Couldn't ask for a better dude over the last 10 years. Then he builds relationship with this squad, just got shipped out of town. Yeah, I mean, as I go through more of this subreddit, people are just vouching for Karl-Anthony Towns. And obviously I wanted to be able to, you know, show you guys just the human aspect of it, trying to, in my best way possible, explain it to you guys what it would be like in his shoes. Again, just from relocating, scenery, emotionally, you know, how he's feeling mentally, maybe what he would be thinking about all of this. And that's because I'm not even in his circle. I don't know the guy, so it's probably 100 times more than what I've just explained. But that is the human aspect of something like this. Yes, you have your trades of, you know, bench warmers who just don't get run, who go from city to city. Obviously, that has its own story to it. But in a scenario like this, where you have someone who has dedicated his time and his heart and his passion and everything about it to a city and to a team and to an organization, that's tough. All right, well, that is all I have to offer for this video. Just, again, wanted to talk about the human aspect of it. As always, I greatly appreciate you guys for watching. Let me know what you think about the trade from the human aspect or from the business aspect and which team wins. There's just a lot, honestly, that, yeah, there's a lot. I can't even put more thought into this. As always, I greatly appreciate you guys for watching. This is All Even Different. All We've Been Different. And we out.